What's up, guys? Back with another one. I'm Ryan, my man George.
What's up, guys? How y'all living out there?
Las Vegas coming back at you with another one.
Yeah, shout out to our free thinkers, of course.
And our patrons.
That's right. Let's do it.
Yeah,
Gojira. Big request. Gojira is always a movie.
Yeah.
Gojira is a movie on this channel, man.
Yeah,
and,
man.
This song in particular has Devin Townsend and Fredrik Thordendal, I believe. I could be pronouncing Fredrik's last name wrong there. For Meshuggah. So this is sort of a collaborative effort. This is a big request that you guys have been constantly just telling us that we have to do. And I'm excited about this, because you know how I am on Gojira.
Yeah, man.
I like Gojira, but it's a different level.
level.
It's a different level over here.
And before we start the video, I gotta shout out my man James Murray. He been telling me to do Gojira again and shout him out on video.
Shout out to James.
He actually gave me a live DVD of Gojira, so we might incorporate that in a video soon to come. Maybe. But I just wanted to shout you out, James. Much love for you.
Yeah, man. So let's get into it. Gojira of Blood and Salt, featuring Devin Townsend and Fredrik from Meshuggah.
Yeah, man. Okay. Okay.
That shit is just...
The way it comes in, it's just fly.
But there's just a certain sound, there's certain groups that have a certain sound that just make me think of the heart of metal.
Okay.
Right? Like, there is no set, this is metal.
Right.
But certain sounds make me feel like, okay, when I think of metal music, this is that foundation of
Like the reference point, right?
Right, this is the foundation of what metal is all about, and then it can go here, and there. You know what I mean? And what I'm talking about is the heaviness. I know heavy is subjective,
Right.
but this feels really aggressive and heavy and raw.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
And that to me is the heart. Not that this is the only thing that metal encompasses, but it feels that way to me. So that's what resonates. It's resonating with me right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah, it reminds me of Led Zeppelin's that Cashmere. The shit that they fucked up with.
Yeah.
The set Puff Daddy made. It reminds me of that, just a different type of tempo and rhythm.
I will say, I like the way they build. Like, cause when Gojira, I knew that groove was gonna be crazy. I knew that shit was gonna be
Because it
hard.
always is.
Yeah. And I'm interested to see where it goes from here.
Let's go. All right, let's get back to it. That's hot.
Yeah.
So Ryan, I got a question for Ryan. Man. I know y'all like, it's just the beginning of the song. Fuck that. Because this is me and Ryan. We're learning. We're weaving through this
Heavy metal journey.
Yeah, this metal journey, man. And we're learning different things. And I think one of the things that both me and Ryan have struggled with is sort of these sort of odd time signatures and sort of abrupt changes in the music.
Yeah.
Now, from my perspective, I felt that may have qualified for an odd time signature there, but I felt like that was smoother.
It was smoother.
For what
it was smoother.
For what it is.
Yep.
Because that's something we've just struggled with in prog metal.
It's just very sharp.
So that to me felt like an example of when they changed that transition right there. It felt like an example of that, but done in a smoother fashion.
Yes.
And that's one of the reasons why I love Gojira. That's just what I feel they do well. It's like they do what we don't like too much, even the harsh vocals. They do it in a way that's just tolerable. Like, we tolerate it, and it actually sounds good to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. I just think that they're and don't kill me, don't crucify me, guys. I just think they're the reference standard when it comes to prog metal. I do think so, man.
Raw, dude.
At least for my ears, at least for my embryotic virgin, metal ears. You know what I mean?
Keep coddling them, man. Make them feel good. All right, let's get back to it, man. Sorry, guys. We just had to point that out as we're listening to it. These are little things that we're starting to notice here. So let's get back to it. This is hard to me. This is hard to me. I don't give a fuck.
Is that Devin Townsend?
I think so.
Golly, that dude
is.
He could change his voice.
Yeah, his voice is crazy.
Yeah, man, that dude is talented.
Yeah, that whatever he was doing, that was hard. But when he said "swallow the lies," that note that he hit right there, was so crazy. Wow, this is fire to me. I'm sorry. I'm waiting. I'm like, damn, I should not like a Gojira song at some point to throw them off. I was telling Ryan, I was like, I think I'm gonna just hate a Gojira song just to do it, just to throw everybody off. I'm sorry, man. This is just yet again.
It's just
hard to me, man. It's a lot though.
Yeah, it is a lot, and I'm gonna keep it 100. Like I appreciate Devin Townsend and his ability to change his voice that drastically.
Yeah.
But if I'm being 100. I don't know if that necessarily sounds good to me so far. I wouldn't say it sounds bad, but it's right on the edge. It's riding the edge for me.
Okay.
Like the groove, I think is fire.
Yeah.
But I just man, it's just hard for me to so far, and I've said this in other Gojira songs,
yes.
like I don't know if I like it so much, and then they always they kill me, and then at the end of the song, I'm like, dude, that's fire.
That's real though.
That happens, what? Like, that's happened twice, I think, already.
Yeah.
I'm like, nah, I don't know if I like that. And then
they get you somewhere.
They get me.
So let's keep it going. That's where we're at right now. Let's keep it going. You don't hear that?
That's crazy.
You don't hear that? That is in key to me.
Yeah.
I understand not liking that, but I feel like for these types of vocals, that is stellar.
Dude,
for these types of vocals, the way he hit that "swallow the lies," I heard him go to the next level.
Right.
I thought he killed that
He's
shit.
off the Richter scale.
Yeah, man.
I mean, I am thoroughly impressed with this guy. Every time we listen to a song by him, he's
crazy
on a different level.
And I think it's good for us to hear this so that when we do hear something that we don't think sounds good, from a harsh perspective, it doesn't seem like, we just don't like anything harsh. No, I think that there's just levels to it, man. There's levels to singing harsh vocals. Even with that being said, even with this stellar performance, I'm still not a huge fan of harsh vocals, but I feel like I can recognize
a different level.
levels.
Right. Mm-hmm. Because he's phenomenal. He is, dude.
Let's get back to it.
Yeah, man.
Listen closely, guys. This is how he hits this. Yeah, crazy.
Yeah,
I'm gonna stop playing.
That's ridiculous.
Yo, stop playing with Gojira, man. I keep trying to tell people, man.
I don't know why you wouldn't like this.
Yeah,
especially if you're a metal fan. Like if you're a metal elitist, I'm talking to all my metal elitists out there. Please tell me why you would not like this.
I don't know.
How can't you?
The only thing I could see people saying is that the groove isn't necessarily because this is prog.
Right.
I think Gojira is prog. Correct us if we're wrong. We just have always thought of Gojira as prog. So I know in prog they just like a progression, trying something different and experimenting, and I feel like the groove is just something we've probably heard and different. That's why I said it sounds like Led Zeppelin's Kashmir, just a little bit, just with a different rhythm and pace. So I could see metalhead saying, "Oh, it's just the same shit I've heard before." But fuck that.
But it still sounds good.
It just sound hot.
It still sounds good, right? I mean, would you rather hear something that's super complex and you've never heard before, but it doesn't sound good?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't mind things sounding similar. It's hard to find something that just hasn't sounded like something before in 2018 with all the music that's been created. It's just tough. But anyways, man, let's keep it going. I'm liking what I'm hearing.
Yeah, man.
Okay, here we go.
Let's go! Oh my God. See what I'm saying? Oh God. This does not sound like regular rock to me.
This shit is
It just doesn't.
hard.
It doesn't sound like regular metal to me.
This
it really
shit
doesn't.
hard.
And I think they do a good job being creative.
Yeah.
I really do. Because I don't think that sounds like, and I know I'm kind of eating my words here a little bit, like, when we said that this is kind of the reference point when it comes to metal, I don't know, man. Not when every time I hear a Gojira song, I'm like, yeah, it has elements of traditional metal in it, but dude, they're super creative.
Yes, and putting their own spin and style into it. That's why I feel like this is the band of the relatively modern generation. I just feel like this is an incredible band, man.
Yep.
And it's weird that a lot of people who started watching our channel have just never given them a chance. They've never even heard of them. It's weird that, considering how great I feel they are, it's just strange that a lot of the metal community never really got into them like that.
And I tell you, like, I'm big on transit, or we both are big on transitions. And I tell you, when they break the laws of what we feel is traditional transitions, and we still like it, you're doing something at an elite level.
Yes. They're doing. I feel like they're cutting. Like they do that sort of abrupt transition within. And I wish we're probably going to stop it next time to give you guys just more clarity on what we're saying. But those odd sort of drumming time signatures when they switch, they do that, which we don't traditionally like. But they make that shit. It seems smooth. It seems to flow well with the music. Shout out to the drummer too. Mario's just. I think he might be the greatest modern drummer I've heard.
He's murdering it.
Let's get back to it.
That's cool too.
Yeah, right there. Fire.
Yeah, dude.
Fire.
Yeah.
They just have a way of making harsh, heavy music work for us, or just resonate with us.
And I just really think that if someone is going to give Gojira a chance when they haven't heard them at all, I think you just have to stay open-minded and let it play. Because I said at the beginning, man, I mean, there's so many times like, I don't know if I like that, but then they hit you with so many change-ups, and they create such a different dynamic and groove. The groove changes so much, and you're like, something is going to grab you.
Yep.
Just sit down and listen.
At some point.
Yeah.
At some point.
You know?
And I will say this as well, you know, one of the things that I love about hip-hop is massive collaborations. And I just think, when I think of metal, and I know metal has their core fans and their support there, and there's always going to be that core support in metal that's never going to leave. But I like to see metal make a resurgence.
Yes,
and
me too.
I think part of what would help metal make a resurgence is being more open to doing collaborations.
Yeah, that's
Devin
true.
Townsend. You know what I mean? It's like Drake and Kendrick Lamar have done songs together. J. Cole, these are big time hip hop artists that could sell out stadiums collaborating with each other.
Yep.
That's it brings excitement to the genre.
Absolutely.
So when I see Devin Townsend, Gojira,
I'm like, oh yeah.
Meshuggah.
Yeah, we gotta get it.
First of all, it brings fan bases together. It creates excitement in the genre. I think this is a dope thing, and I'm not saying like I feel like metal sometimes they feel like, I don't know, maybe is it looked at as selling out? Is it looked at as fuck that, we're doing our own thing?
We don't need them.
We don't need them.
Yeah.
I just think this is dope. It's cool. You know what I mean? Bring, a meeting of the minds in terms of talent. And what I'm hearing right here in this breakdown, that to me sounds like Gent. It sounds like my man, which is Meshuggah is Gent. I believe they started Gent or popularized Gent. That I feel like I'm hearing that right now. That's where I feel like his part's coming in. Fredrik, let us know if I'm wrong on that, but I feel like that's what we're hearing in this breakdown. So, just something to think about, guys. Let's keep it going.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's right right here too. So let's tackle the lyrics here a little bit.
Yeah, no, we just groove it out.
It seems like I'm always like, man, fuck the lyrics with Gojira. But yeah, so I feel like Gojira, I know I'm looking at the lyrics here and I've been trying to follow along as we've been grooving, and I feel like I know that they're animal activists. I know that they are really against sort of, especially for whales and things of that nature. I feel like they're against whale poaching and whale hunting. So it says here, I take what life's been given with my bloody hands, discovery of the world as my head decides to swallow the lies from sick ideals. Then it says here, this life is so dead, consuming to the bone, expand to pieces, crushing to the face of all. From equal slayers of the earth, I hear the moan, a wretch destroys to wipe us from this race. So I don't know if this has anything to do with just, just whale poaching, because obviously it has sea shepherd, and it has, we're looking at the picture, and it has waves in the ocean. So I don't know if it has something to do with just animal activism, and this is going against people who are killing whales. And it's just their way of sort of standing up and using this as a platform to, like they normally do. That's what Gojira is all about, to really just spread awareness and really just fight those ideals. With my bloody hands, certain lyrics are giving me that indication, but overall, they're going crazy. Yeah. I'm just looking for an excuse to talk about the lyrics in the song.
I'm telling you.
All right, let's finish it up, guys.
Going crazy. Okay, all right, hold on. We can't miss that. We gotta go back. play. I love that. I love that. That is so fire. That's so fire because it's like brrr, brrr, brrr,
And they're like,
yeah, and then that long break.
Yeah,
That was fire.
Yeah, they're knocking it out the park to me on
That
this
was
one.
fire. See, that's why I got to reserve judgment with Gojira. This is what I've learned from Gojira. I gotta listen to the whole song.
Shout out to that fucking octopus of a drummer, man.
Yeah.
Mario, dude, man.
Godly.
Different level. Everybody's crushing. Shout out to my man Gojira, that breakdown, obviously from the heavy sort of groove that we like. In that breakdown, I feel like that was really highlighting Fredrik from Meshuggah, and he crushed it. Devin Townsend, I feel like, crushed it. If that was him in the first verse, I even like singing from Joe here in the second. Mm-hmm. Everyone seems to be crushing this collaboration, man. So,
crazy.
Shout out to everybody. Let's finish it up.
Yeah, that's hot. That's hot.
This shit makes me head down.
Yeah.
I go past head now.
They orchestrate that shit just fire. Get out of here. Come on, dude.
And that drummer is so filthy.
That's crazy.
He is filthy. Like,
Did you hear how the drum pattern changed?
Yes.
And they changed it.
and they sped up. They sped up the same groove, but they sped up the pace.
Yeah.
Right?
Fire.
Let's keep it going.
Yeah. What else can you say?
Yo, this dude is. Yeah, he is filthy,
Man, I'm sorry that I had to pause that again, man. That drummer is going crazy. I don't believe that that's a simple drum pattern. I don't know if that's duplicatable. I mean, I'm sure someone can do it, but I don't know if that's easy to do.
Yeah, man. Great point, dude. I think the technicality of it is amazing.
Yes, absolutely.
But and I do think that there are drummers that can duplicate it. I just don't know if there are drummers that can come up with it.
Yeah.
Coming up with it is
Yeah.
dope. That's a different level of talent and understanding of groove, and he just, to me, it sounded like a freestyle.
Yeah,
That fit well within the music, and he was just going off, but it still was just, it flowed well. Dude, Gojira, I just feel like
fire.
it's just,
Fire, dude.
we're impressed. You guys can see that. All right, let's finish it up. And he's doing a double bass.
Yes, I'm telling you.
Listen to that. And he's hitting
Yeah, I
the
know.
cymbals at the same time.
That's crazy.
Not many people.
And they brought it back. They brought it back. Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy, dude.
That was ridiculous.
That's crazy, dude. I tell you, man, I'm a pretty mellow guy. I don't like violence or anything like that. But I tell you one thing, if I'm at a Gojira concert and this song coming on, I'm fucking somebody.
Somebody ain't fucking. Do not invite Ryan to the mosh.
I'm doing people's elbows. And I'm just joking. But the moral of the story that I'm saying with this, man, is the level of adrenaline that this song gives me, man. And quite frankly, I didn't think I was gonna like it. At the beginning, I was like, I like the way that the groove dropped, but when I heard the vocals when it first came in, I was like, I don't know, but the way it's just done in a way that
elite, man.
Yeah, you just and like I said, man, if I really am objective, they defy all the things that I don't like about them.
Yes.
Like they do the things I'm like, I don't know if I like that, but they do it so well, man. It's just
Crazy,
fire,
man.
dude.
And look, guys, I think the metal community, a lot of people in the metal community know that metal music isn't something that, for the most part, the masses are really going to gravitate to, right? It's like they take pride in being different and having their own community and sound that they appreciate, right? And I feel like Gojira is just the example of someone who can make that sound still satisfy what the metalheads like, the unique sort of harshness that they appreciate about metal and being in that, cut from that cloth, but still somehow can appeal to people who aren't necessarily like avid metalheads, you know what I mean? And I think that that's a gift. I think that that's just
Can't be
it shows
taught.
how talented they are. Man,
Yep.
they just know how to. The balance that this group has is incredible. Shout out to Gojira. Shout out to
Again.
Devin Townsend. I fucking
Again.
with everything on this song. I love
Again.
Devin Townsend's vocals. Shout out to Fredrik from Meshuggah. I thought this
Again.
was an awesome collab, and that's a clap for me.
Yeah, dude.
That's
Dope.
a clap, man.
Dope. That was fire, dude.
Gojira's batting 1,000 for me on this channel. So that's
Fire.
it, guys. That's the end of the video, guys. If you enjoyed it, please hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Las Vegas, George, Ryan.
We out.
We out.